Hey, look at it. It is the 10th of January. Video log. LM video log. January 10th. Reasonably nice day. Looks like I'm going to be treated to 2 days without rain on the bus. That's a real treat, you know. Rain in the night really bugs me. Driving that bus, I end up getting a headache. Because the rain, it's not from the rain, it's from the lights that flash off of the, look at there's a 15 coming down. Oh, that's right, it's closed. It's 23rd is closed. What am I thinking, of course? Well, 21st sure got plenty of service now. Where was I? Yeah, it's not the rain itself, although the windshield wipers on the 17s and 18s don't help because they don't really completely get the rain off of the windshield, but it's the lights that flash, oncoming traffic lights that are reflecting off the wet road that ends up getting me eventually. I end up getting a headache. And it never fails, and with a 10-hour shift, it really, 6-hour shift, no problem, I can handle that easy. But 10 hours of it really makes me go nuts. But if it's nice outside, we have no problems. You know what I like about this light at Everett here? The on-ramp 405 from Everett. If you get a lot of people walking in that crosswalk, you never get up to the ramp because there's no timing just for traffic. The pedestrian light is the same as the traffic light, unlike the more advanced cities that actually, like on the East Coast, for example, the pedestrians have their own light, the auto traffic has their own light, so when the pedestrians cross, it's like all the intersections stop at once and all the pedestrians cross at once, which is a much more efficient way of handling pedestrian traffic. You know, you stop all the traffic in all the directions and let all the intersections clear, but not in Portland. They don't do that here because they're kind of archaic here. It's kind of a backward, you know, they're green and all that, but there's a backwardness to it all here. Yeah, we were talking in the break room yesterday, and one of the road supervisors was talking about how socialism, we can't have socialism in this country. And I reminded her, and this is what always amazes me about some of our fellow brothers and sisters, union members who work at TriMet. I reminded her that without socialism, your job is socialism. Your livable wage job with decent benefits is a product of socialistic thinking because you are working for the government, basically. Even though it's a quasi-governmental entity, it's still the government. It's all run by political appointees of the government, which makes it the government. It's controlled by the politicians, basically. So, it's just so funny that I have to keep reminding some of our brothers and sisters of that they don't make the connection. The government is why you have this decent job. They don't get that, and I just don't understand. It's disturbing because it shows a real lack of education to not understand that concept, that you're working in a job that is government sponsored and it gives you a decent, you're not working for $10 an hour because it's a government job. You don't get good paying jobs in private industry, okay, unless you're in technology, and there's big money in technology, and there's huge competition for the most intelligent people. But if you think you're going to get some kind of production job that's going to pay you $24 an hour, or floor or shops, you know, if you're in an industrial factory and you're a foreman, you probably get $15-18 an hour if you're head of some kind of a shop. But here you get $30 an hour as a road supervisor sitting around in the vehicle. See, this is government. It's not private industry. Private industry will work to make sure that they maximize your labor, and their whole goal in private industry is to maximize profit for the owners of the capital. That's why they invented slavery, because they could get labor out of people for nothing. All they had to do is give them a barn to live in, like an animal, you know. That's what Hitler did it, you know. He had all of his prisoners of war used as slave labor. They didn't have to pay them anything, and then they just worked till they died, and then they burned them. You know, that's unfortunately the way that the world works. Why it does that, we don't know. So it just always amazes me that I have to keep reminding our brothers and sisters that socialism is why you have a livable wage job. So you better be careful what you ask for, because you might get it, and then when you get it, you're going to go, wait a minute, I didn't want to work for $10 an hour without any benefits. What was I thinking? They don't make that connection. It's very dangerous, very, very sad to have to see that. I don't know.
That means you can still ride Max and streetcars for free, but not buses. For details, visit TriMet.org. TriMet. For transit tracker arrival times, press 1. If you know your stop.
Merla Road, Southwest 168th Avenue.
Max Blue Line to Hillsborough, scheduled at 12:44 p.m. and scheduled at 12:59 p.m. To repeat these times, press 8.
Well, that's not fixed, obviously, so. Yeah, it's amazing. You know, we just got the memo from Fred about $20 million short, but come on and ride the free stuff in downtown Portland. It's free for you. Everybody else is going to get chopped. Maybe we lose jobs over here. Maybe we cut more services. Who knows what's going to happen here? I don't think it's going to be good. I think it's bad. My prediction, based on my experience of watching this stuff play out and reading between the lines of what these people are saying, because you never can believe what they say to your face or in print. You have to read in between the lines of everything here, is that this is going to get ugly. And they've been able to kind of delay the inevitable here. They've put it off and tried to soften the blow. But this company here, TriMet, who is touted as one of the best and did different things differently than the rest of the country's transit agency, turns out to be the same sort of operation as all the other ones. And the other ones have like devastated their services, stranding their riders basically and laying off employees, you know, in the great economy that we have here. So, yeah, so we're giving away service over here on one hand, and on the other hand, we have a $20 million shortfall. Oh, and on the other hand, we're gonna build a new Max line too, you see. We have serious, as Fred put it, this is the worst economic crisis since the Great Depression. That's laughable, of course. This is nothing like there's nothing similar to this and the Great Depression, but it sounds good. Yeah, the bottom line, the bottom of the social strata is getting hit, but, you know, it's only 20% of maybe the population, maybe even less, that are suffering, and so 80% is doing all right. And so that's how you keep things going. You keep the majority happy, and the minority can be sacrificed. Send them to the camps. The minority, they'll die, but at least the majority is okay. Anyway, yeah. So here's our great company, TriMet, who does things differently. We're in a serious financial crisis, but we're building a Milwaukee Max line, and we're giving away service in downtown Portland. Now, does that make sense to anybody? Or am I just a lunatic? Or am I just like really off the wall with this? But does anybody see the craziness of this whole thing? I mean, you're telling us it's a serious problem, but everything you're doing doesn't say that. And that Max is departing 30 seconds early. No, that's acceptable. Got here 1 minute early, departed 30 seconds early. That's on time. anything within 2 minutes is on time as far as I'm concerned. Anything after 2 minutes after, you're not going to miss it. 3 minutes before, I already missed one because I was 3 minutes hot.